Hello everyone, today I'm going to explain the first, second and third conditional. I'll tell you what each one means, how to form them, and give you several examples so you can clearly understand the differences. Let's go! The first conditional is used to express a resulting effect after a hypothetical circumstance is met. In this conditional, the result is dependent on a future condition that is possible to happen, but with no absolute certainty. Therefore, we use the first conditional to talk about particular situations. Now, let's look at the structure of the first conditional and some examples. To form this structure, we use the present simple after if, even though we are talking about the future. In the second part, we use will to show the result. We can also switch the order. To better understand this, let's look at some examples. Examples: if it rains tomorrow, I will stay at home. We will arrive on time if we leave now. In the second example, we change the order. That's why we don't need to add a comma. The second conditional is used to express the possibility of an outcome in a different situation to reality. In this conditional, the result is unlikely in the future or impossible to achieve in the present because facts and logic indicate otherwise. Therefore, we use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical events that are contrary to fact. It's also used to talk about irony or sarcasm. To form the second conditional, we use the past simple, but we are not talking about the past. We are imagining a different reality. For example, if I had $1,000,000, I would buy a big house. If I were you, I would take the job. If we lived near the beach, we would go swimming every day. The third conditional is used to talk about actions in the past that did not happen and can't be altered in the present. Therefore, it is commonly used to talk about dreams, regrets, wishes, or hopes that never came true. I would say this is the most difficult structure. We begin with if, followed by the past perfect, which help us refer to a past action that is unreal or hypothetical. Then we use would have, followed by a past participle, to express the consequence that could have occurred in that imaginary situation. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. If they had invited me, I would have gone to the party. We would have attended if we had known about the meeting. Now we are going to do a little summary to clarify this topic. First conditional talk about real possibilities in the future. For example, if I study, I will pass. Second conditional talk about unreal or imaginary situations in the present or in the future. For example, if I studied, I would pass. And third conditional talks about unreal situations in the past, things that didn't happen. For example, if I had studied, I would have passed. Thanks for watching. I hope you have understood better the conditionals and see you in the next video. Bye bye.